how to apply that leadership style. And we started talking on that, and I want to expand just a little bit on that. Applying that leadership style, like Rick was saying, really taking that time and investing that time in, the people that you are leading. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're your followers, but it could be anything. Because if we start seeing them as important individuals, so I like to say, Bark and I, we talk a lot about this. People want to be seen, heard, and validated. That's the biggest gift you could give anybody at any given time. If you see them, if you hear them, and if you validate them, that's a true leader, and somebody who is able to do that. And that takes a lot of growth, takes a lot of work, but that's what it ultimately takes, to take all kinds of styles. When you listen to somebody and when you pay attention on somebody, then you are able to grab from every area. And like Rick was saying, and I'd love him to a little bit expand a little bit more on it. Being an avid reader, being an avid, like constantly growing on myself as a leader is how I learned to apply everything I've ever learned. So, Rick, this is my takeaway from what you were sharing today. I would love it if you could kind of like wrap this up for us, because I love what you were sharing, and I so much relate to it.
How do we apply this? Coming back to what Baruch was saying, leadership starts with ourselves. And as we lead, we're going to make mistakes. I could probably pull up another book with those, but own up to the mistake. So many people will not do that. The people who are working for you, when you've made a mistake and you come back and you say, I handled this situation wrong, they're going to respect that, and they are going to acknowledge that. And then we take that and we learn from that. And so we learn from these various situations. We learn from when we make a mistake. We learn from when we do good. We learn from watching other people. We learn from, just observing when we're out and about, and reading and so forth like that. And then sometimes it's a test lab, to see how it's going to work. I think, well, I'm going to apply this particular style here. And, it comes across as heavy handed. And as we develop trust with people that we're leading, and we make it safe for them to come back to us when we say, hey, what am I doing wrong? And we listen to what they're saying, and we don't fight with them and argue with them. We listen, and we got to humble ourselves. We got to drive a stake through our ego. Mm-hmm. And then when we start understand, leadership involves human behavior. Mm-hmm. And we have to understand elements of human behavior to be able to apply leadership, to know when it's time that I'm going to take this person here and I'm going to work with them and I'm going to teach them and we're going to be transformational. Or, you know what, hey, this needs to be done now, that's that authoritative. When these things are already established, it makes it easier, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen overnight. None of this stuff, happens overnight.